All right, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Now, I'm going to go straight up to the point because I have a lot of videos, to use and back up my claim why I still believe that the zoo has no business with Biafra. This is why when you see people who are fighting for Biafra, just let them go, because so many issues have shown that the zoo has no business with Biafra, and the Biafran people can never be part of zoo. Now, something has been trending online. The first one is the issue of Ado Alero, the popular kingpin, the kingpin bandit that was declared wanted by the zoo government, and the zoo army. Now, the news have it that they held an open, an open peace talk with these bandits. Now, the big question is, this is a bandit. You declare this bandit wanted. This bandit have raped, innocent people, unalive so many others. Yet, you had the mind of going, to have a peace deal with him. Not just that, Terrøřïśt, who has been popularly known, for his notorious art of banditry, buying innocent people here and there. Also, an imam was sent to have, allegedly in quote, was sent to have a peace deal with him in the forest. Now, in all this, you went ahead, stormed the home of Gentle the Yahoo, a man who is fighting for the freedom of his people, who is protecting his people. You burned down his home, destroyed so many properties, buyed, his second in command and others. I'm going to be dropping a video in as much as they've not confirmed the capture of Gentle the Yahoo, which I feel, will never happen, because he is fighting a just cause. But this same government, within the same period, went on a peace deal with a notorious bandit. Now, I'll be playing the peace deal. It's just an excerpt. It's in Hausa for those of you who understand Hausa language. Then I'll be playing other videos, of reactions from Nigerian people, to the extent that Very Dark Man had to even liken it to the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the big question is, what is actually the offense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Now, in the video, this bandit was seen carrying ammunition to show, in all entirety, that he is a true bandit. He's not hiding that. That is the kind of people that the zoo government are having, peace deal with. This is not the first time. So many times we've given instances where these same bokos, these bandits, these terrorists are being recruited into the zoo army. And they are sent into the southeastern part of the country, to buy innocent people. And yet, you do not want the people of the southeastern part of the country to defend themselves. No, this issue is gonna take a longer time to discuss, because a lot have exposed the zoo government. Please watch this video. Then we will come back and analyze everything. I'll be dropping lots of videos. Just calm down, watch, and give me your own view, in the comment section. We will come back.
Wace matsala ta tara mu, matsala kashe-kashe, ɗaukar dukiya, ga yanan dai ba sai an ce wani abu, kowa da ya san abin da ke. To sannan ni tambaya ta anan, din Najeriya, duk inda ake magana ana magana bahilla ce dan ta'adda ne, barawo. Ai akan magana dai ake kenan. To da Allah tambaya ta farko, a ware man kabilar da ba barayi a cikinta. Duk duniya a ware man ita, kabilar da ba barawo a cikinta a ware man ita. Ku Hausawan da kuke mana magana cewa yan ta'adda ne, barayi ne, ba barayi a cikin ku. Akwai su tari. Sannan ba a ɗauki kabilanci aka samu ku ba. Musa ya ka ɗauki kabilanci aka samu. Ko ba gaskiya ba. To in ko ba a bar wannan hudodin ba, na kashe-kashe da kabilancin da ake dora mana to babu ranar da wannan abun zai kai karshe tsakani da Allah dole sai an koma.
Now I had to actually stop this video here because it lasted longer, but the whole summary of this video of Ado Alero, the popular bandit and kingpin, he actually agreed on a peace deal because in quote, the zoo government allegedly, it has not actually been confirmed, allegedly captured his son. He agreed on a peace deal. This is a wanted bandit. So it was a public peace deal. So many people were there, the zoo officials, the government officials were there, and they had a peace deal with the same bandit, one-on-one peace deal. We've never heard anything about, these people asking Biafrans, what do you really want? What do you really want? What can we give to you? But they know fully well that these people are not the makers of the insecurity. But they just want to shut down anything that has to do with the Biafran struggle. Now, so many reactions have come. And one of the most popular reaction is coming from Very Dark Man. I want you to watch the video.
Peace. When are people giving Nnamdi Kanu a peace deal? Because up to now, I don't even know what he did. But I just know, say, when I put him. No, I won't say I don't know what the problem is. You say, okay, treasonable offense. It was encouraging crime. It was encouraging terrorism and all. That's where they encourage, different from Wupai. This one where they give him a peace deal. But the one where you claim, say, he do treasonable offense. You don't give him a peace deal. So why is the man there? What's really going on in Nigeria, bro? That terrorists are being encouraged with a peace deal? So meaning say tomorrow now Bello Truji, for all the atrocities where Bello Truji they cause. Bello Truji, as we speak now, he gets soldiers for bush. These people don't take over the north. They terrorize the full north. They'll go into different villages, pack women, go. The northerners are suffering in the hands of these people. They don't have peace. So tomorrow now you give him a peace deal? Because I already heard that they'll not send one imam, go inside bush, may go follow Bello Truji talk. So in all of this, you give them a peace deal. So how about the justice for the people that their rights were stepped on? How about the people where they don't buy? How about all of this? So all these people will just go like that. No just
now, the only reason I feel that they will hold Nnamdi Kanu and they will continue to hold him is just the fact that the man is too intelligent for them to handle. Leaving Nnamdi Kanu as a free man is the biggest threat for the zoo government. It is big. People don't understand what is happening. It is a big threat to release Nnamdi Kanu for them. That is why they don't even want to talk about it. They don't want to even mention any offense, any reasonable offense that he committed. Because this is a man who is able, in his intelligence, to predict the future. Not just predicting the future. Everything he has said has come to actualization. They call him a prophet. To the extent that the court of competent jurisdiction, a hierarchy judge had to clarify that this guy is too intelligent. He has their secret at hand. He knows their secret. He knows everything. That is why they will continue to keep him in DSS custody. It is painful to say. Let me tell you the target of the zoo government is to find a way to unalive Nnamdi Kanu and face the consequences. That is why they will continue to keep him. I'm sorry to say, but I don't see them giving him freedom even next month on the final judgment. If it happens, then that is just Chukwu Abioma doing the impossible for Biafrans because of the cries of innocent Biafrans. Enough is enough. It has gotten to this level. That is why When people like Nnamdi Kanu called the federal the country, the Nigerian government, a zoo government, it is not about just the words. He's insulting Nigeria and all that. It is because of the country has shown the highest level of lawlessness, and the truth is that even zoo is more organized than this system of the country. Nigeria has failed and will continue to fail. And that is why, for those of you who are still kicking against Biafran naturalization, sorry, that is the only thing you have to have a better life in Africa. Except you want to Japa. Japa is not even sure for so many. Now still suffer, you go suffer there last. Are you ready to face the issue of racism and all that? That is not the issue. So what are we talking about? A country, the same Zoo army who went as far as walking on foot for 4 hours, according to the information we got. We'll be dropping that video again. For those of you who didn't really understand, we'll be dropping the video again. That will be the last video I'll be dropping today. They walked for 4 hours with the information we got, all the way, to the hometown of Gentle the Yahoo, to buy him and to destroy his home, burn down his home. They burnt down the home. It's the same Zoo army, who are having peace deal with a notorious bandit. A notorious bandit that was declared wanted. So what are we talking about? So are you now clear? Is it now clear to you that, Biafra and the Zoo Igbos, I'm gonna, if you like, say I'm tribalistic, but that is fact. It has shown, it has proven that Igbos have no business in the zoo. It's as simple as that. When you come to this actualization, they better for you. Forget about this one Nigerian syndrome, one Nigerian this and one Nigerian that. There is nothing like one Nigeria. Don't be deceived by these people. Now, the next video we'll be dropping is the army official who claimed that they got it woto in their quest of bringing down Gentle the Yahoo, and yet they are still not confirming the fact that Gentle has been confirmed. I'll be cutting this video because some of the visual might not be accepted by YouTube.
Good morning, sir. General Denny. Sir, the soldiers are not running. The 3 battalions are standing and fighting, though we have casualties. The intelligence assessment concerning the Timbuktu Triangle is very wrong, sir. Since yesterday, we have been met by very strong resistance, more than pockets of Boko Haram. This morning, from every flank, not less than 15 gun trucks are facing us. These people have fired more than 100 RPG at us, and have fired several mortars at us. And they have fired more than 100 RPGs and so many mortars on us. This is the true situation, sir. I'm here on the ground. This is General Buba here, sir. No any general is running or not leading the men. Sir, look at this soldier. They are not running away. Neither is any of them afraid. We are good to go. We are good to go, but here, now these things are working against us. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Now, I want you to watch the video of Gentle the Yahoo. I think this was his last video he dropped. I think before he was poisoned, because they actually poisoned him. And let me tell you the truth. Those who have been given information on Gentle the Yahoo to be unalive, are still those within the so-called struggle. There is a mole in camp, or there is a mole in the struggle that is giving out information to the Zoo army. I'm going to leave it there for now. But I can assure you that there is a mole, a big-time mole who is giving out the information. Now see the person who they are trying to unalive by all means, but yet they had a peace deal with a popular terrorist. watch this video and we will finalize it with how they traveled all the way to the hometown of Gentle, to take him down, which they are yet to confirm to us. So we believe that it is actually a lie. They weren't able to capture, Gentle. Maybe they unalive his second in command and all that. In this particular, the last video I posted, even some of the zoo, armies were actually taken down. Some of them died, some of them were injured, but they were able to, unalive at least 2 or 3, Gentle's men. Watch this video and we'll round up with the last video.
And we are appealing and assuring you people that we keep on protecting the motherland. And we are still saying, dịka unu na-agbalị unu gakwala iru na-agbalịkwa na-aga maka na asị na onye jebere ije o jerubeghị ọ ya continue kwe na-eje. So anyị na-ekele unu ebe ọ riri nne, na-ekelekwanụ ndị niile wepụtara ezi obi ha ịgba mbọ ịfụ na ihe a na-ekwu bụ eziokwu. Dịka nna m ukwu si wee weta ozi a dị oke mkpa na ntị mmadụ niile nke na-agba mbọ ịfụ na ihe a na-ekwu bụ eziokwu. Anyị kelere unu rienne na ọ dịghị izi na nke unu na-eweta wee sị unu gakwa n'iru na-emekwa ka unu si eme, maka na ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị unu today ama na level anyị nọ today anyị nwere ike ama ya nọrụle ya, mana otu ọ bụla o si wee dị, we are still standing strong and we must to keep on fighting and we must to fight to the end. So for those of you people that are confused, that have been deceiving by these elements, idiotic elements that has been deceiving the people of Biafrans, please and please try to get that and try to understand it. Consult any Odogu that you know. Wafa about all I have been saying, all I have been telling you. I still remain Onyezoku. Please, Ngozi Orabueze, leave the triple general, the chief of staff, the chief of army staff, the chief of armed forces in Biafra land. Leave him all alone. If you touch it, Potozo, you have touched all the whole major generals in Biafra land. And we are assuring you that all that your plans can never work and it can never penetrate in our midst. We are standing strong and we are together. It can never happen. Please and please, leave us that are men on ground all alone. We have made our decision and we have determined what we are to do. Please and please, we are not with Ngozi Orabueze. Since I swear to the world and to the Biafrans about the allegation that was thrown on me, after that Ngozi Orabueze brought 3 million naira. Since then till now, I have never received him pardon. Rather, Ngozi Orabueze will be telling the people that we should bring our accounts, that we should bring our details, that we should bring how many men we are inside our camp, so that she can move ahead, plan evil, know how many we are, and know what that we get to defend the Biafran and the motherland, and channel it to the enemies, so that enemies will now know a way to fight against us. But thank God that what we have today is great. What we have today is great. Small, we are moving. I don't have much to say. Fear Biafrans. Fear Biafran soldiers. Fear the Biafran Liberation Army. We are unbeatable. We are invisible. We are untouchable. We are undestroyable. No man, no woman can destroy the effort of Biafrans. No woman or man can destroy the Biafran Liberation Army. To hell with all the enemies of Biafrans. I don't have much to say than to say thank to you, all lovers of freedom, all supporters of freedom, all over the country.
I heard reports that Nigerian army has captured notorious ESN and IPOB commander, Gentle the Yahoo. What can you tell us about it?
Yes, before the program, I was receiving calls from viewers, from friends, from even some Nigerians outside of our country, and they wanted to know the true situation. You know, since he summarily executed some youths who were part of his gang, many people had been worried that why should we have this kind of individual on the loose, taking lives and generally doing whatever pleased him. So, and we challenged the security agencies to deal with the matter.
Yes.
So, in the past, efforts had been made to capture him and bring him to justice. But this time around, the Nigerian Army 34 Division, 34 Brigade under 82 Division in Enugu. The 34 Brigade is based in Owerri.
Okay.
So they stormed his community, the community that is Aku Ihube. It's a village in Okigwe local government that shares boundary with Imo and Abia, which shares boundary with Abia and Anambra. And they went on foot. The soldiers trekked for close to 4 hours. No, they didn't want to use armored vehicles like they did in the past. It was more like a commando mission. And they had his house surrounded. Then the strike team went in. Gentle's boys were firing from the ceiling when our troops returned fire, open fire. And when they saw that the guys who were firing from the roof were not going to come down, those on the outer cordon continued to fire. The army had no choice but to set the building ablaze. Once the building was set ablaze, 2 females and 3 males jumped out of the building and they attempted to escape, but the army opened fire. There were still 3 persons left in the roof who refused to
surrender,
to come out. They remained there. One of them was his 2IC, who eventually jumped out and scaled the wall. But the troops fired on him. They killed his 2IC, and the 2 females, the 2 women who were with them, were also killed, as well as 2 males. But at this time, what I can report is that the soldiers recovered those 2 corpses of the male fighters, but they cannot confirm yet whether Gentle the Yahoo was one of the persons who were killed, confirmed killed in the incident. But villagers who had been under ceaseless harassment from him confirmed that his 2IC was dead. They are still trying to confirm whether the 2 other guys.
Okay. So we'll just wait as events.
Yes, you know, we just have to wait and get confirmation. But we know that there was a big operation involving the Nigerian Army, the surface troops who entered this community through NATO. NATO village and had his house surrounded. No escape for him. It's possible that he's one of the dead, but they are in the process of confirming that.
Identifying.
Yes, and it's possible that he found a way to escape. We cannot say categorically at this time. In the fullness of time, the true situation will be confirmed, and the Nigerian Army will be able to tell us that this is the situation. They can confirm that Gentle, the Yahoo, has been killed, but we have to wait. Situations like this, post-operation examinations, you know, are being conducted in the whole area to know maybe even he suffered injuries and succumbed to his injuries. We don't know yet, but the army is urging patience at this time so that they can confirm to us whether indeed he was one of the people who were killed in that operation. But kudos to our troops for the sacrifice, walking on foot right up to his village, so that they will not know that they were coming, because in the past they used armored tanks and all that. The rumbling of tanks sometimes notify the enemy that look, the enemy, that the army was on the way. But this time around, they tried to surprise him by going on foot. So it was a very brave effort on the part of our troops. And as I always say, no man is bigger than the Nigerian state. If Gentle the Yahoo survives this, I know that his days are numbered. He will eventually be made to pay for
and
his
it shows
crimes.
that there's no hiding place.
Yeah, if they know, once they identified his house, they had to go there.
Intelligence was on.
They went to his village, Ihube village, and then entered this village through NATO on foot to make sure that they had the building surrounded to block any
exit, escape
opportunity for him to escape. And his fighters were killed. But they are trying to identify him, whether he was one of the people killed.
Okay. I mean, but what does this say about the security operations in that region for them to, because I saw that video. It was really gory, but what does this say? That the Nigerian army went there, the intelligence was right, and...
No, you know, you just said something. You commit a crime in Nigeria, and you put it out there, there's no how that won't get you.
Absolutely.
You know? So it shows that the Nigerian army is working, and we just have to, you know, commend them. You know, going by foot, you know, from where they were to where they wanted to deal with that person and get that Gentle the Yahoo. You know, you if you look at the kilometers, it's very, very far.
Very far.
It's very far. But they decided to take that risk, and also to ensure that people in that community, you know, breathe a sigh of relief. You know, because right now we need to get that, you know, confirmation. Yes. And I'm very sure by the time we finally get the confirmation that it's gone, you know, you will see that the people in that community will be so excited and happy.
it will also send a signal.
A signal to others.
Exactly.
You know, because there are so many of them who, in the guise of agitation, you know, in the guise of agitation, they have, you know, instilled fear in the minds of people. And that is, I'm not sure that is what those who said, let there be this particular, you know, nation come out. It shouldn't be about instilling fear on communities. But I want a situation whereby this will send a signal to others across the country that wherever you are, if you are committing crime and you think that you want to be bigger than the Nigerian state, they will deal with you, no matter who you are. Because I know that there are so many of them like that, you know. Because they have guns, they have money, you know, and they are being backed by some people that we don't know. But I know that at the right time, you know, they would also face the music.
Now, another thing is, now that we're hearing reports that, okay, he's been killed, he's not been killed, how do we make sure that, what measures should the Nigerian army or the security agencies put together when it comes to retaliation from his loyalists?
Well, you can't be too careful. Soldiers know that the job that they've elected to do is a very dangerous one. Ambushes are common with this kind of adversary. Attack on convoys, attack on even checkpoints, military checkpoints are common. So we've lost many soldiers through this. They will need to continue to be vigilant. They should be ready to take the battle to the enemy, which is what they have done today. I'm really proud of our soldiers from the 34th Brigade, Oweri, who went on this mission. And I pray that there's no casualty on their side. And I pray that there will be more successful commando-like operations as we have seen. This is the way it's done in Israel, in America. You take the battle to the enemy, you take the enemy by surprise. It still remains
take them out of the surface.
The best surprise still remains the best strategy that the military can deploy. Once we take the battle to them, rather than reacting all the time, in no time we will have dealt severely with these people, and that's what we need to do. All of these bandits, terrorists, people know their hideout. You can imagine this guy's village, where he had been terrorizing people, was where our troops went to and encircled him. They encircled the building. At the end of the day, set the building ablaze. They killed his fighters, including women, two of the women who are with him. Now, we need to do more of that. All of these big bandits, big terrorists, they have their bases. When the governor of Zamfara was saying that he knows the base of the bandits, it's not. I personally have even announced the location of Shekau Ogram. And there was a time that I got a report that Shekau's men were moving in the aftermath of the attack by Chadian troops. They were heading. I mentioned the location that they were going to. So it's not as if.
So it's not hidden.
No, people will see them when they are moving in large numbers. People will see them, and information will come. You can act on the information that you get, as long as you are not being sent on the wild goose chase.
Well, I'm glad the Chief of Defense said you don't need order. Once you know, just go after
there.
Yes, but the problem is some commanders, when they see a potentially big operation, they are worried because they know in the aftermath of that kind of combat, many lives could be lost. Many casualties. So, yes, and usually when you go into battle and you lose many of your fighters, many of your soldiers, that commander's job
exactly is at stake.
It becomes something at stake. So a lot of them are usually worried. We are not like Saddam Hussein, for example. You know, Saddam Hussein told the Americans, he said, your society can't stand 50,000 dead in a war. He said, in the battle for Fao Peninsula alone, I lost Fao Peninsula, just one phase of the battle, I lost more than 50,000 troops. That's in the war with Iran. One phase, he lost more than 50,000, and he continued the war. He said, but your own society can't stand 50,000 dead in a war. 50,000 died in the Vietnam War. America didn't lose Vietnam War. Every phase of the Vietnam War, America won. But the casualties were high. And the people kept saying, okay, come back home. So this is the thing. As a war historian, I know that those big countries, their people don't want
too much casualties.
Their people to die. And when there's large casualties, they start saying, come home, come home. That's the thing. The people like Saddam, a big-time dictator, he had nothing to fear.
He was
unfazed. Nobody would tell him, oh yeah, stop fighting. No, he continued to fight. He continued to fight. That war alone, the Iran war, hundreds of thousands of people
Lost their
were
lives.
lost.
Oh dear.
But they continue to fight. So this is the thing. Commanders are always afraid to lose people in battle.
Oh, okay.
Some of the best commanders that we've had in Operation Hadinkai,
Okay.
they were doing very well, and then a setback came. A setback involving big loss of lives. They were removed. I can count some of those commanders, some of the most excellent soldiers that we've ever had, excellent officers. You know, the moment one big setback came, how many lives were lost? They will not remember
The good ones,
the
good things, the
successes.
successes.
The success.
there was a general who built a road right into Sambisa. One of the finest officers. He built a road leading into Sambisa to make it easy for troops to advance on that area. But there was one big setback, and that was it.
But anyway, I wish you could talk about this more.